Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Okay, so if you live in the USA and you're even thinking about opening a new bank account anytime soon, you absolutely need to hear this before making a move. Right now, a bunch of major US banks are literally handing out hundreds of dollars in cash bonuses just for opening a checking account. Sounds like a dream, right? But how do you actually get that cash in your hands, and, what's the catch? Let's dive right in.
So, right off the bat, let's address the elephant in the room. Is this just free money? Absolutely not. There is no such thing as cash with zero strings attached. There's always a catch or, well, a set of very specific conditions you have to meet. Usually you open the account and then have to jump through a few hoops, which we're going to break down for you. Plus, these offers, they change fast. So before we all get dollar signs in our eyes, we really need to understand the mechanics of how these promos actually work.
All right, Section 1, the top 5 U.S. bank promotions right now.
First up, we have Chase Total Checking, and they are dropping a massive $400 bonus for eligible new customers. Wow. But hey, remember our reality check? You have to hit a very specific target after that account is officially open to actually grab that cash.
Now, the absolute key to unlocking almost all of these offers is something called direct deposit. What does that actually mean? It simply means your paycheck, your salary, or some other qualifying recurring income, like government benefits, has to be routed electronically straight into that new account. So your buddy sending you money on an app or you depositing cash at an ATM? Yeah, that won't cut it. Definitely keep that in mind.
Let's apply that rule to the Chase offer. Here is the exact timeline you have to beat. Day 1, that's when you open the account. From that very moment, the clock is ticking. You have a 90-day window to receive a total of $1,000 or more in those qualifying direct deposits. So for example, let's say your work paycheck routes into your new Chase account. If the total of all those paychecks hits $1,000 within those first 90 days, boom, you are eligible for the $400. It's a super strict timeline, so literally marking your calendar is absolutely essential. Okay, moving on to bank number 2, Capital One 360 Checking. Right now, they're advertising a very sweet $250 bonus. This is a really interesting option for people who know they can easily switch their direct deposits over to a new bank. But just like with Chase, this $250 isn't handed to you just for showing up. You still have to meet their specific promo conditions.
And honestly, that brings us to a massive takeaway. You always have to read the specific promotional terms. Capital One's offers and their little eligibility rules can shift around. So if you're watching this explainer and thinking about pulling the trigger, you've got to verify the official terms on the exact day you apply. The biggest lesson here, please do not blindly open an account just because you see a shiny number. You have to read the fine print first to make sure you can actually pull it off.
Bank number 3 hits a nice little sweet spot at $325. This is the current offer from the Wells Fargo Everyday Checking account. If you're an eligible new customer, this cash could totally be yours. But, yep, you guessed it, we need to look at exactly how to unlock it.
Let's break this down into 3 easy steps. Step 1, open that eligible checking account. Step 2, receive your qualifying direct deposits totaling $1,000 or more. And Step 3, get all of this done within 90 days. Look familiar? It absolutely should. It's basically a mirror image of the Chase structure. If your income hits that account, crosses the $1,000 threshold in time, and you meet all the other standard rules, you're getting that $325 bonus. It's straightforward, but precision with those dates and deposit types is literally everything.
All right, bank number 4 is a real heavy hitter. We're talking about Bank of America, and they are promoting a massive figure, up to $500. I mean, when you see a number like $500,000, it is so easy to get hyped. It's sitting right there on their website for new checking customers. But hold on, we need to hit pause and look really closely at those 2 little words right in front of that big number.
Yeah, up to $500 absolutely does not mean an automatic $500. That up to phrasing is incredibly sneaky, but so important. It means not every single person who applies is going to walk away with $500. The final payout completely depends on the specific offer you get, how big your deposits are, and the timeline you personally qualify for. So before you rush to Bank of America, you have to stop and ask, wait, what exactly is my specific offer? How much do I need to deposit? And how long do I have? And that brings us to our 5th and final bank on the list, U.S. Bank, specifically their Smartly checking account. Their current promo is hovering at up to $450. Notice anything? Yep, there's that up to language again. This means the bonus amount is going to fluctuate based on your financial activity, specifically the size of your qualifying direct deposits. Let's look at exactly how they actually structure this.
So, U.S. Bank uses a tiered system to figure out your payout. If your direct deposits total anywhere from $5,000 to just under $8,000, your bonus lands at $350. But if you're really pushed past that $8,000 mark, you max out the offer and get the full $450. One super quick note though, there are eligibility restrictions. Like if you're an existing or even a past U.S. Bank customer, you really need to read the fine print to see if they'll even let you have this offer.
Okay, moving on to Section 2,
The 5 golden rules. Check before you open.
Guys, this is your ultimate checklist. Honestly, take a screenshot of this if you need to. Rule 1, are you actually an eligible new customer? A lot of banks will straight up exclude you if you've had an account with them in the last year or two. Rule 2, does your specific income count? Remember, moving money from a cash app doesn't cut it. It usually needs to be real payroll or government benefits. Rule 3, what is the exact deadline? Missing a 90-day window by even one single day means zero bonus. Rule 4, are there monthly maintenance fees? We'll talk about that in just a second. And finally, Rule 5, how long does the account have to stay open? A lot of times, if you grab the bonus and instantly close the account, the bank will just yank that money right back out.
Let's actually drill down into Rule 4 for a second, because this is a huge trap that catches so many people. You have to watch out for monthly maintenance fees. For example, you know that U.S. Bank's Smartly checking account we just looked at? Well, it carries a $12 monthly maintenance fee. Now, the good news is, these fees can usually be waived if you meet certain conditions, like keeping a certain balance or having regular direct deposits. But if you slip up and fail to waive it, that $12 a month is going to eat away at your shiny new bonus ridiculously fast.
All right, Section 3. Let's do a final bonus comparison of these August 2026 offers.
Here is the big picture, all in one place. We've got Chase Total Checking at a really solid $400, Capital One 360 at $250, Wells Fargo Everyday Checking bringing in $325, Bank of America dangling that massive up to $500, and U.S. Bank Smartly Checking offering their tiered up to $450. Now remember, these numbers are based on the August 26 listings, and the finance world changes constantly, so these exact numbers might shift. Listen, a bank bonus can be an absolutely amazing financial boost, especially if you were already planning to switch banks anyway. But man, it really requires you to pay attention to the details.
Because at the end of the day, smart banking is about the long term, not just a quick bonus. A few $100s today is definitely not worth years of dealing with a bank that totally doesn't fit your needs, or worse, drains your wallet with hidden fees. So before you just jump at the absolute biggest shiny number you see, ask yourself this: are you taking advantage of the bank's money, or are they taking advantage of you? Something to think about. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Stay sharp out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.